Light up your pitchforks, gather in the group. It's dark outside, but now I am the enemy. And we're so young with no one to answer to. Struggling to hide, you had a different of me. And I'm scared, and it's a dead end. But where do I go? I'm seeing red. Have they found me? Have they found me? I'm better off.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am finally making for you guys my homemade Alfredo sauce recipe. I have on a pot right here, this right here, my pot boiling for my pasta. And today we're going to use, what kind of pasta do we want? Farfalle? Okay, we're going to do farfalle, but we're going to start off and make the actual sauce, Alfredo sauce. So I'm going to, first of all, take a, what is this, half a cup, 1 block of butter, which is half a cup. And I actually used a little bit of the butter. I smeared it on the pan when I made cake last night. So that'll be fine too. My pot's on about number 3, so just about medium heat right now, and I have it on the smaller stove because you want it to be able to take its time. I also have my minced garlic, my Old Faithful minced garlic, which you're going to need. You're also going to need either heavy cream or whipping cream. They're basically the same thing. These are things we always have in our house because this is a favorite of everyone in my family. So depending on how much sauce you're going to make, I have 2 of these, and these are the half pints, and then about half of this one left over because I used it to make something else. So you can go ahead and use whipping cream as well. You're going to want Parmesan cheese. I like the shredded Parmesan cheese. This one's from Best Yet. Very, very good. Affordable. You can get it on sale. Like I said, you're going to need minced garlic, if I didn't say that already. And my secret ingredient, okay, you're going to also need garlic salt, pepper, regular ground pepper, and my secret ingredient is ground nutmeg. And this is just the McCormick brand. If you have fresh ground nutmeg and you can actually grind that up yourself, that is even better. But that's what I have. I have the spice. So I have my butter right now melting. I'm going to take my minced garlic, and I'm going to take about a tablespoon and put it in. It really depends on how garlicky you want it. So I took a larger spoon, about that much. It may seem like a lot, but Alfredo sauce really has such a great garlic flavor to it that you definitely want that. And you're going to go ahead and just cook these, brown that garlic up, and melt that butter. And you're going to let this go until it completely melts before you do anything. Another thing that we're going to add in our Alfredo is chicken. And I got this Hormel Natural Choice chicken. It's the oven roasted carved chicken breast. It's healthy. It is pre-made, so that eliminates cooking chicken. If not, what I suggest is that you cook the chicken in your skillet first. Drain the chicken out. Don't wash the pan because you want that flavor in your Alfredo, unless of course you want to serve it separately. But I'm going to take these deli fresh, or at least not really deli fresh, but you know, those, and I'm going to actually throw it in the sauce. So we're going to let that cook down, like I said, and I have the fire now on medium heat. I'm going to let that butter cook down. Now, another thing you can do is add white wine if you want. You definitely can add that in, and it does give it an extra bit of flavor. But my stomach hasn't been really wanting to have that flavor in my food the last couple of days. So I'm going to decide to opt out of that. But if you want a richer flavor, you can definitely add in about a quarter cup to half a cup of white wine. Okay, so our butter is melted, and you can see already that the garlic has browned. Now, there are a couple things you can do it. When my husband is home, I'll do it the way where I just do it like this. Or what you can do is you can get cream cheese, and this helps too. Normally when people do cream cheese, they use half and half instead of whipping cream or cream. But you can get a thing of cream cheese. You can use the entire thing, which mine is not really soft, but let's go ahead and put it in. And what it'll do is it'll just really help to just thicken it up, make it nice and creamy. Or you can do just the whipping cream, just as is with Parmesan cheese, and that'll work as well. And you want to make sure to continue to stir as it's melting. So I'm going to do a box of farfalle, and you guys followed my vlog where I went shopping. I picked this up from Safeway. And set the timer for 13 minutes. That way I can do other things and not have to worry. The cream cheese is melting nicely. Okay, so it is, as you can see, pretty much melted. We're going to start adding the cream. While I do that, I'm going to get my little spatula thing, or no, whisk. And I'm going to take this cream first. Pour that in. I'm going to whisk them together. Combining the ingredients. At this time too, you can add your salt and pepper, garlic salt. You want to whisk this really good because you want to make sure it's not lumpy. So you'll continue to do that till it's nice. It's still a little bit lumpy, but I'm going to go ahead and add in, because it's going to melt and combine really well, I'm going to go ahead and add in the second whipping cream. And you can use regular milk if you want. I forgot to mention that earlier. You definitely could use regular milk. I just like that this one really thickens up a lot more. And don't worry, it does look liquidy, but it will definitely thicken up. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in my garlic salt. And you will do this to however taste you want it. I did not put salt in my pasta, so this is where I'm going to get all my flavor. Sometimes I just don't like to put salt in pasta. Sometimes I do, it really depends. And as you can see, it's all starting to blend nicely together. All the cream cheese has completely pretty much melted down. Still some bits and pieces, but you can keep whisking. And I'm going to go ahead and add the pepper. Again, to taste. So far I've used 2 of the whipping cream. 1 pint total. And I think that is good for now. I'm going to continue to let this thicken. And when you shut the fire off, it'll thicken some more. If you feel like you cooked it up too much and it's just way too thick, add some more milk or cream. What I love about this is it's not an exact science, and you can literally use whatever you have on hand. Okay. So that looks nice and combined. I'm going to get a spoon just to taste the flavor profile of it. Okay. Nice, creamy. Now what we're going to do is take some Parmesan cheese. Oh, that's what I wanted to show you. Let me wash my spoon really quick. You can tell when it's at the right consistency by how it coats the back of the spoon. So when I stick it in, you see how it coats the spoon like that? It stays, it doesn't just melt right off. That's how you want it. It's nice and thick. Now, actually, before I add the Parmesan cheese, I'm going to add my secret ingredient, which is the nutmeg. It makes it really nice and nutty. Great for Parmesan cheese. And you add this to taste as well. That's approximately how much I made. So 3 shakes. Go ahead and blend that in. And my pasta is just about done. So what I'm going to do now, before I add my Parmesan cheese, is I'm going to take my chicken to about low, because you don't want the cream to burn. So I have my little chicken pieces here. They're pre-cut, pre-cooked. Awesome. Go ahead and cook it in. Combine it in. It'll warm up because of the sauce, but it is already cooked, so you don't really have to worry about cooking it. I'm done with the whisk. Okay, so I have one in here now. I'm going to go ahead and add the second one. Pasta will be done. You don't want to cook your pasta till completely done. You want it slightly al dente, because it's going to continue to cook while it's in the sauce. So it turns out I only used 2 of the whipping creams, so that works. Chicken in there. Combine it up. Smells delish. Continue to taste it to make sure that you have the right flavor profile that you want. If you might need more nutmeg or more salt, more pepper. I'm going to need a little bit more salt flavoring, but I am going to use Parmesan cheese instead of putting the garlic salt in first. And you'll eyeball this how you want. That's about 1/4 cup. That's what I had left in that one. You have to continue to stir it because this is cheese, so it'll thicken up. Then I'm going to put about 1 more 1/4 cup. So about 1/2 cup worth of cheese for the amount of food that we made. That'll melt in there really nicely. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my pasta spoon and start ladling. Definitely serve your pasta separate if you'd like. We like to combine our pasta in this house. And once you put this in, you want to taste again your sauce to make sure you have enough salt and pepper again. Especially if you're doing it by taste. Doesn't that look delicious? And you've made homemade Alfredo from scratch. Who needs the box? I mean, who needs jar? I love, don't get me wrong, I love jar pasta sauce if it's on sale, because it'll definitely save me so much time, which means more time for me to spend with my children. But I do a lot of my sauces from scratch. And this meal will last so much longer. Like I said, you can use regular milk too if you're using cream cheese. If you're not going to use the cream cheese and you're going to do wine, or if you're going to just cook it, you know, without cream cheese, and you just want to use the main ingredients that I showed you, you definitely want to use heavy cream or whipping cream, because it definitely will thin, I mean, it won't thicken up as much as you would like. And what I can do now so that I can have more sauce is I can add the third whipping cream in there to add more sauce. Because now, as you can see, it's starting to thicken up. It's looking so delicious. The noodles in there, or the farfalle. You can use whatever kind of pasta you like. My kids love farfalle. If a little bit of pasta water gets in there, it's not a problem. Make sure your fire's on low. Okay, so all the pasta is out. Let's go ahead and combine. I'm going to add some more Parmesan cheese. See how it's coating the pasta? That's what you want. It's completely coating it. It's nice and thick, but still not too thick to where it's funky. You know, you don't want something that's overly thick. You still want it to have some kind of flow to it. So a total, I probably put in about 3/4 of a cup worth of Parmesan cheese, and I used the shredded Parmesan cheese. And I'm going to add a little bit more garlic salt. That's it, guys. We are done. Go ahead and serve this up. If you are a cheesy lover like we are in this house, go ahead and add more Parmesan cheese if you want. But as you can see, as you kind of lift it up, you can kind of see the cheese dripping. That's a good thing. You definitely want that. But dinner is served in our house. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Like I said, very easy, very quick to make. And you know what? This feeds a lot of people. So you can get some garlic bread or some asparagus on the side. And definitely this could make an awesome meal. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have an awesome day.